headaches. That's very typical of many stalking victims with that type of torture. What did they say to you?
The first thing they said to me was that you're the ugliest thing I've ever seen. You should die. You and your church should die. You should just die. Just the repetitiveness of, I'm sorry, they get very vulgar with their speech. I don't say exactly what they say, but you're stuck and all kinds of vulgar things, and it's constant. And it's like they're bringing people in to view whatever it is they're viewing, either me or some picture they can contact or whatever. And that's what they'll say. Oh, she's effed up. Oh my gosh, she's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Her and her church should just die. Just wipe off the face of her. She's so effed up. We should just go in there and F her up. Oh, this ridiculous thing that they still say now.
Can I ask you, they said church. Why do you think that? Are you,
Well, see, the thing is, this is why I think they said the church, because they know that I belong to a church that I tied to. They must have been listening to my conversations or watching me, because I read my Bible at night. So they know that I have given tithes and that I read my Bible at night. So they must have been watching me and listening to me on the phone. So they had all these details about me, and they would repeat what I was wearing the other day. Oh, she had this on, such and such on. Oh, she shouldn't have worn that. Or why is she wearing this with this? And I'm like, oh, that's how I knew that not, either videotaping me or they can see me constantly.
It's interesting you say about the church, because I get the same thing. I really get a lot of harassment because I'm a Christian, and I also get a lot of harassment because I work for Jewish attorneys, and I've been told to denounce Christianity, denounce the Jewish nation, and denounce minorities, not have any more friends as minorities as friends. So I have heard from many different people that they do mention the church, and to me, it's painting a larger picture. If everyone is suffering from this or starting to, I just think that there's something more going on, because cases are popping up all over the world just like yours and mine and everyone else's, with a lot of similarities. So it's almost impossible that it could just be a coincidence.
But it can't be. It can't be.
And the church is really getting knocked, and it makes me feel very uncomfortable, because I will not denounce how I was raised, and I won't denounce Christ. And everybody has their own background that they follow. And obviously the people who are harassing you don't respect the Bible the same way you do. And I really just get a sense of overall evil with this. What's your feelings towards that? What do you think the larger picture is?
Well, I've read Revelation, and I've along with my church, we talk about what's to come and how things are going to be. And this new world order that they speak about, it will come to fruition. I mean, they're breaking the grounds right now. And the one thing that they have to do is put people under control. If they can get you to think the way they think, if they can get you to change your mind about what is right, if they can get you to believe that what is wrong is right, they've got you. If they can change your mind, make you change your morals to think wrong and to do evil things and have it be glorified, then they have your mind. That's how they're doing it. They have to get everybody under control, under one control.
Do you think that abolishment of individual religion or church is something that they're working towards? Because I feel like they are. I feel like they're trying to control me to believe in things that I would not believe in. Very satanic type of beliefs.
And I honestly think that they're trying to do that with the stronger people. They're trying to get them with these weapons that they're using, with this mind control, with this satanic, demonic techniques, because they know normally that we couldn't change our mind just like that. You'd have to force it. You'd have to. by any means necessary. They have to do that because young people or people that don't have a strong faith or belief in something, it can be easily swayed. They can switch right to the left. They'll go with the crowd. It takes a lot for someone to stand out from the crowd and stand up for what they believe in and stand up for what is right. Mm-hmm. So they're going to take that person out because they're stronger.
Mm-hmm. I know they don't let up. They don't go away.
No, they're not going to let up. They're not going to let up. The whole idea about it is to break you down slowly. Take away your friends, take away your family so that you are destitute and alone. So you are desperate enough to give in. And then they'll destroy you.
Yeah, I've refused to give in, and everyone I've spoken to, they're just staying strong. And they said they're not giving in either. So I feel like it's almost a battle between good and evil in the world now, where the bad is gathering and networking, and they're terrorizing decent people, and the good is starting to come together. You know, they're starting to come together and make a difference.
But we are too.
Yeah, oh no, that's what I said. We are. The good is coming together, and they really are starting to network, and the word is really getting out there. So I'm very happy about that, because a lot of targets are now gaining credibility, because this is happening. You go to the internet, look up organized stalking, you've got thousands of sites. A few years ago, you only had a couple. So it's more than mere coincidence that these are cases are popping up everywhere.
I can't tell you how glad I was to hear about you and to find the edge and to find all these groups that you just feel like, at some point in time, you just feel like you're the only one. Because they will affect your family. They will affect you somehow. But when you find out that you're not the only one and these things are happening to other people, you find a new strength in it. You find a whole new strength in it, and it's so comforting.
Well, thanks. I'm glad that I found you too. Whoever knew that I'd find you on, you contact me from YouTube. I'm very happy. And it's nice of you to come out and tell your story. And speaking of that, I wanted to get back to your meeting. When you left the duty station and you went to Germany, I'm trying to get to Germany because I know that you and I, like I said, have talked before, and you told me that you had problems in Germany.
Okay, right. That's where I found the camera. That's where I wrote the letter to the county commander. That's when the voices all was intensified dramatically. It was so loud. I mean, I thought I had migraine headaches. I never have migraine headaches. I was the healthy one. I never had an ailment. It was just something that was so odd to me. And I'm usually a likable person. And then all of a sudden to have people just turn their back on you when you walk down the aisle in the supermarket, it was devastating to me. It was hurtful. And I'm like, okay, I don't even know you, and it was just such a devastating thing at first. And then I realized what was going on. And I was being chastised for, what had happened and speaking out about my human rights and having a voice. So I'm not going to ever apologize for that. I worked my tail off for those people. And that's why I'll never say, my time in the military. I'll always be proud of what I did. I did the right thing, and I worked my tail off for my country, and I did it for my country.
Well, we're proud of you, too. I'm very proud of you. Thank you for everything you're doing. And all the soldiers out there, thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart, I'm very patriotic, and I really do appreciate everything they do for this country. But my question, what I'm trying to ask point blank, is when did the rape threat start?
Okay, yes. When I left Germany, this gang stalking took on a whole different level. When I arrived at my duty station in Alaska, it was like they were already prepared for me. They knew I was coming. They knew how to treat me. Everything was already in place. They even had someone there to befriend me when I got there. And I figured out just the same day. She came in as, this meek little shy person that was, seeking help from this older person, what would be me. And she did her role very well, but I was on to her the first day. So I decided not to rock the boat and just see where it was going to go and see how I could maneuver my way through this if I could at all. So that second week I was there, I was being employed into the platoon where they take you around and give you all your